This is my randomology, and today we're going to watch the single greatest Christmas movie featuring puppets ever made in the history of everything. Fight me. And so we continue with the Christmas movies. Today it's A Muppet Christmas Carol. I absolutely adore this movie. This was actually one of the first movies I saw when we moved to the US. I think I was in third grade when we went on a field trip and went to see this movie. And I think we went somewhere else afterwards. Might have been Peter Piper Pizza. And it was amazing. I've got a total soft spot for the Muppets, for anything Jim Henson did. Sesame Street is actually how I learned English when I was in Mexico. A lot of our activities and a lot of stuff that we saw to learn English was from Sesame Street, the Muppets, things like that. So I'm never not gonna love something that they do. But this movie is. It's objectively, I think, one of the best adaptations of Dickens' novel. I'm not going to get too much into literary stuff because it's a Christmas movie. It's got Muppets, and I'm going to enjoy it. I haven't seen it through in maybe 10 years. Maybe a little, actually more than that. Probably more like 18 or maybe, yeah, probably about 15 years. But it's an incredible movie, and I'm just so excited to watch it again. So if you like what you're watching, go ahead and hit that notification bell, subscribe. Go ahead, sign on to Patreon. Links down in the description. And without further ado, let's get to the Muppet Christmas Carol. I have a book actually of Jim Henson's work that already passed away right before this. I have a book of Jim Henson's work and like sketches and drawings and things like that my wife gave me several years ago. Actually, it's one of my favorite books. Like I cried when I saw it. It's just all the memories of everything that the Muppets and Jim Henson and Sesame Street and all of them, just how much they mean to me. And she knew that. That's what she got it. She's amazing. I am also eternally amused that the Muppets are credited as themselves. And whenever they appear in another work, they have to be treated as though they are real characters. Like, if you watch The West Wing, there's an episode where the First Lady was going to film a segment for Sesame Street, and this is a completely dead serious drama. It's a little subplot of her, and all the characters refer to the Sesame Street characters as though they were real people. And from what I understand, when they appear on shows and things like that, people address the puppets as though they were real, which makes sense because these things are, they're such a part of pop culture. This is an impressive model. It is a model, right? Yeah, it is. It is. You can kind of tell.
Welcome to the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Gonzo was one of my favorite Muppets growing up.
That's how the story begins, Rizzo. The Marleys were dead to begin with. Oh. As dead as a doornail.
It's a good beginning. It's creepy and kind of spooky.
We need more spooky Christmas stuff. Like, not just horror stuff, but just like spooky Christmas stuff. Ghost stories.
Say, is it getting cold around here?
Nah, that's just the aura of greed around the man.
Old Scrooge, he loves his money cause he thinks it gives him power.
Well, it kind of does.
He has no time for friends or fun.
His anchor makes that clear.
Oh, he's Jordan Peterson.
He was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone.
Something which I would not have been able to pick up when I first saw this, and even in the few years afterwards, was they're actually including a lot of Dickens's prose.
Thank you for making me a part of this.
A lot of the lines are actually from the novel. It's not exactly, but
Squeezing, wrenching, grasping, clutching.
This is a Christmas Carol. Like you're listening to the text of a Christmas Carol.
Are there no prisons, no poorhouses?
Oh, plenty of those, sir.
Again, just lines from the novel.
I'm back.
I swear, it's like he's channeling Jordan Peterson here. Or maybe Jordan Peterson's channeling Scrooge. You know, what with his belief that the idea of happiness is silly.
I think we've taken enough of Mr. Scrooge's time. Oh, dear.
Oh, Beaker, watch your mouth. You know, this is well before the age of, you know, CGI and all these different things where actors kind of have to perform in front of nothing or in green screens. And the fact that Michael Caine puts out what is a really good performance
I'll see you at 8 tomorrow morning.
with puppets is really a testament to his own skill.
It's a season when the saints can employ us.
I'm not saying a lot watching this just because I'm like bursting with nostalgia right now.
There's only one more sleep.
There's the shot.
Now, once again, I must ask you to remember that the Marleys were dead and decaying in their graves.
Yuck.
That one
A kid's movie.
But the incident at the door had made Scrooge wary.
As it would to anybody, really. I mean, you see your door turn into a face.
How do you know what Scrooge is doing? We're down here and he's up there.
I keep telling you, storytellers are omniscient. I know everything.
This movie really is a lot more meta than I remember it.
How does he do that?
He read the script. That's a wonderful shot.
In life, we were your partners, Jacob and Robert Marley.
Looks like you.
Bob Marley. Jesus.
I can't believe it.
There was the year we evicted the entire orphanage. I remember the little tykes all standing in the snowbank with their little frostbitten teddy bears.
What are they gonna do? Tell their parents?
Although prison comes with hate, we're Marley.
That was a little Hellraiser right there.
Doom Scrooge. You're
Come with us, Ebenezer. We have such sights to show you. I always wondered about sleeping in one of those beds that has the like the curtains and all that stuff. What are they called? A canopy bed? Is that it? Ugh.
You know, a guy could break his
Feels like it'd be a little claustrophobic. Who set off a photon torpedo in there? Now you gotta admit, in pretty much any movie, seeing that is horrifying.
What are we doing?
Nothing.
What?
Well, just hold on.
What?
You know it's gonna be a wild time when Gonzo is the straight man. I do miss models in movies. Like, it just... I've mentioned it before with things like science fiction design, where it's like actual buttons you push, there's a weight to it. Like, just models and things like this just make it feel more real in a lot of ways. I mean, not that CG hasn't created some incredible vistas and things in movies. It's just... it hasn't replaced it yet.
He had 1,274 brothers and sisters.
Rats don't understand these things.
It's been a New York rat.
Today, you become a man of business.
Business?
Business!
I did wonder, even when we saw this at the first time, how conscious everybody really was of Gonzo and Rizzo. I guess it's like Stewie talking in Family Guy. You know, they'll notice it when it's important to the plot.
It's the Marley brothers. My old
Yes,
pals,
brothers.
they
They're
were as
totally
nice.
brothers. I can say with absolute certainty that one of my daughter's musical heroes is Keith Moon.
Do not show me that Christmas.
Too late. You really don't have a say in this. I already said it once. I'm going to say it again. Probably a third time, just to keep with the theme of threes. But Michael Caine is acting the hell out of this movie.
Have you ever noticed that everything seems wonderful at Christmas?
No, he hasn't. Oh, those kids are ugly. I'm sorry, but... this is going to end up being a really short reaction because I'm realizing there's like long stretches of this movie. I'm just watching it. God, I love this movie so much.
I wish to see no more.
You really don't have a choice in any of this. Ah, it's a great little dissolve there.
It smells so good, Mother.
It does, doesn't it?
Even in A Christmas Carol, Miss Piggy is like 500% sass.
Whatever.
They get it from their mother. I'm remembering how sad the next section of the movie is. That's pretty much how my daughter greets me when I come back home from work.
To the founder of the feast, Mr. Scrooge.
You tell him, Tiny Tim.
We always comfort and forgive.
I am not crying for a puppet, I swear. The movie has reminded me a lot of things that have happened over the years. If you follow the channel's page on Facebook for last couple of years, yeah, you probably know what I'm talking about. Just a bunch of stuff that's happened that we've had to kind of go through. So it's bringing in a lot of just memories of childhood and adulthood kind of mixing together.
If he's going to die, he'd better do it and decrease the surplus population.
Ooh, threw it back in your face.
Oh, this is too scary. I don't think I want to see any more.
This is genuinely scary.
You're on your own, folks. We'll meet you at the finale.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, because we need the comic relief to go away for this part. There's nothing funny about any of this. I like how they're not getting wet. It's a neat little touch. I mean, it makes sense too. I mean,
how was the churchyard? Well, it'll be lovely, Emily. It would have done you good to see how green the place is. I picked a spot for Tim where he can see. It's a spot on the hill. And you can see the ducks on the river. Tiny Tim always loved watching the ducks on the river. Life is made up of meetings and partings. That is the way of it. I am sure we shall never forget Tiny Tim or this first parting that there was among us.
Yes, I'm crying for a Muppet. Honestly, all the years of seeing like Miss Piggy just being like so headstrong, and then Kermit being so cheerful, and seeing him like that.
Spirit. Ebenezer Scrooge. Oh, please, Spirit, no. Hear me. I'm not the man I was. Why would you show me this if I was past all hope? I will honor Christmas and try to keep it all the year. I will live my life in the past, the present, and the future.
Michael Caine, a styrofoam rock, and a giant puppet, and it was such a scene.
Hi guys, we're back.
We promised we would be.
Yeah, now we can get back to the comedy, because wow, that third act is just heavy.
I will live my life in the past, the present.
He's gone insane. In a good way. I forgot that he found him again. I love this movie so much. Let's talk about it. Yes, I cried for Tiny Tim. How couldn't you? I mean, like I mentioned that when the movie was playing, that you're seeing all those years of Miss Piggy just being just Miss Piggy, just strong and sassy, and then Kermit always being so chipper and, you know, kind of dorky and all these things, and just seeing them just so heartbroken like that, and the music and the voice acting. The story alone is really, really sad at that point. I can't say enough about this movie, about Michael Caine, about how funny and touching and just everything. Like I mentioned before, I have a lot of jumbled memories about this story, this movie, Christmas in general. So if you've never gotten the chance to see this movie all the way through, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. As of me uploading this, it is on Disney Plus. Give it a look. You will not be disappointed. It is. This movie is connected to a lot of memories for me. Probably not for you if you've seen it for the first time, but it's still incredible. So thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, sign on to Patreon, keep supporting the channel, And I will see you next time. Oh, and the next movie is a slightly more modern Christmas movie that has become a favorite in our house. And I'm very much looking forward to sharing that one with you. That one's not a sad movie. Not really. But I'll see you then.